hear us.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, we hear you.
Yay! Awesome. Welcome. I'm glad you could join us. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I've met these other two. This is Jessica and Cam. I've met them in person before.
Oh, okay.
So, how do you say your first name, please?
You
Pronounce
can
it.
call me Sue, but
Sue.
you also
I like it. Okay. Sue, got you. All right. How's everybody doing with the Joe Van Gogh project?
Really good.
Liking it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going. I'm behind as usual.
Well, we are coming into what, almost halfway point, which is crazy. But I want to go over a few things with you. Hopefully you got to take a look at lesson 4 before this meeting, and what I have seen thus far. I took a peek at a few people's lesson 3 submissions, which were the black and white digital vector logos, 4 of them for each person. And so we're getting there. I'm sorry I was late with some feedback this week. A very, very happy, good thing happened to me. I don't know if I can announce it yet, but it turned out, you know how no good deed goes unpunished. I had to write a 7-page paper, and I've been writing it since last week. So everything got pushed away. So I'm sorry. But as soon as I can celebrate that, I'll let you know. So that's why I was late on that. But if I've given you some feedback on those black and white logos from thumbnails, I'll give you more on the digitized ones, and you really need to get them tight and ready to go, because as you probably saw, let me see if I can. Lesson 4, explore color variations and type pairings. Are you seeing Blackboard now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Great. I'm loving reading your discussions. I think they're relevant and insightful for this project, and I hope you're getting something out of them as well, since we're not doing peer reviews. So I know some of you are in classes together, and it wouldn't surprise me if you are showing your designs to each other. That's fine. But Mr. Dockery says that he's heard a lot of Joe Van Gogh talk, so I assume everyone's excited. So, Katie, can you hear us?
Recently.
Okay, good. Welcome. I'm going over lesson 4 in Blackboard here, and there is an Illustrator file that I'll go over with you. If you aren't already looking at or listening to Lane's overview each week, it's really going to give you the focus, what you need to be focused on each week. So definitely listen to that, because she's the one who makes decisions about these things. She contributes pretty heavily into the decisions, and she will be giving you feedback on the next round. And that's what this is going to be. So I tried to make it as clear as I could, and so that you wouldn't be turning in lots of different files. But you have to do one part and do another part and then do one more part before you can put together the presentation that we're going to let Lane see and give feedback on. So that's what all of this is. So your black and white. Who is that?
It might be. I don't know. I have stuff popping up on my screen. I don't know.
It sounds like the washing machine.
Oh, no. It's not noise.
Oh, okay.
No, not me this time.
Okay, no worries. All right, so each person has 4 logos that they're working on now. You're going to continue with those 4. You're going to refine them and develop them out for as black and white. And some people have just symbols, which is great. we want to go ahead and add some sort of typographic element with it, even though it may be optional in the final presentation of it. You need to add something to it. And any type that you have in those final 4 black and white logos needs to be converted to outlines in Illustrator before you move forward. Okay, so definitely save a live copy, live text. So if you ever had to go back and change something, you could, but you do want to convert those to outlines in this stage here. And you need to work out how would the logo in black and white look on a light background, a dark background, and a medium background. And you're like, well, this one and this one are the same. That's okay. It doesn't mean yours is going to be the same. Okay, so work out what works best for each one of your 4 logos. Okay, in this past What's Due Tonight, you worked on to make sure that each one was able to be scaled very small and larger, so that you've got some good readability of type and your lines or strokes don't disappear, and everything's preserved at a small size as well as large. So that's kind of working out the black and whites, because you'll see that then you have black and whites down here. So you'll take those 2 and pull them down into the color variations. So you've got 4 logos in black and white, and you need to do 4 color variations of each one of those. 4 times 4 is what?
16.
16, yay! All right, so you're gonna have 16 artboards in the template. I've given you 4. The rest is up to you, because I don't have your logos and I don't know what you're thinking about in terms of color. The type pairings are not type that goes into the logo, because the logo type should already be resolved at this point. Okay, so it wouldn't be, let's look at app sheet. It would not be changing out the type for that text. That's this is type that would accompany the logo, and in this case it would be, what is the type on the package going to look like? Number one, it has to be readable. You may have some sort of story about the origins of the specific coffee. You're definitely going to have the flavor, or the, what kind, is it ground or beans, and that type of stuff. If there were an ad, there would be type accompanying it. So you need to think about what is going to be in contrast to the type that's used in the logo, if there is type used in the logo. And I've given you some resources to kind of refresh your memory. Number one, here's about color, and then this is about choosing the right fonts. And both of these are very good in terms of visuals, but they also have brief but informative comments about each example they're showing you. So if you read those, I think you'll get some good insights on that as well. All right, so let me switch over to the Illustrator file. Whee! Okay, can you see this Illustrator file?
Yes.
All right, great. You can totally edit this. You guys are, I'm gonna put you over here. Okay, so this is an Illustrator file that has 4 artboards. They're named Logo 1, Logo 2, Logo 3, Logo 4. You can arrange them any way you want. I'm going to zoom out and you can see how they are arranged, and they are identical because this is just what I had. However, there is one little change. There's like Logo 2, description of Logo 2, Logo 2 type pairing. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4 is filled in. On the layers, you've got colors and type, and you've got app sheet logos. You do not want your app sheet logos to appear in your presentation, so turn them off and get rid of them. Okay, so that leaves you with, you need to put your name in here. You need to describe your concept and strategy for this particular logo, number 1. And then you have these, I just made these. You can do it any way you want. If you'd like to just keep them there and add the colors the way you're going to add them, that's fine with me. Definitely choose different type than I have here because this went with the app sheet stuff. This is a low res, as you can see by the artifacts. It's a low res kind of JPEG here, but you can easily create this in Illustrator and then just copy it over. Once you get your first logo set up here, you're going to want to expand into different colors. So you need 4 artboards for each logo. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and explore with more type pairings if you want. I know we're only requiring you to have 4, but you could have up to 16 because you've got 4 boards. Okay. Then when you, like if I want to duplicate this after it's filled in, I can just duplicate that artboard. It's going to put it down here. I'm going to try to demonstrate. If I want them moved like this, I definitely can do that. That is this orientation right here. When you save all this, you will save your Illustrator file with all of these artboards. And then you're going to make a PDF file with all of the artboards in one. And that will be a file, save as. I go to PDF, I'm going to say use artboards all, and I'm going to save, and it will put all of them in the order that they are in terms of artboards. I'm going to show you also how to rearrange pages in a PDF file if you're not familiar with that. Any questions about this template or how to set this up? It looks like a lot of work, but your logos will be in black and white. All you have to do is set them up and then change the colors.
What is the underneath the logo type thing? What is the
This?
description? Yeah, on the
What
bottom.
are these?
Yeah.
These are type pairings. This is text that would look good, say if this were in an ad. This may be maybe Arial Rounded could be used for the headlines, and Chaparral Pro could be used for body copy.
So I have to explain each typeface that where they can.
You don't have to explain the typefaces. The strategy and concept is about the logo design itself. Okay, but these are just demonstrating. I put a small logo here so you could see how it would go with each combination. It could be for social, could be for the website, could be for any printed materials that accompany the logo. And that's just going to be based on your logo. Okay, so when you choose them, make it about that logo, and they will change depending on which logo you're presenting. Okay.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Also with the colors, those colors aren't necessarily the colors that are in the logo. It's colors that we feel would go with, I mean.
No, it is the colors in the logo. See,
okay.
This is their full color logo. And I pulled all of these swatches from this logo.
Okay.
And then this is just showing it on one of their accent colors in white.
Okay.
This is on black. This is a medium gray, and this is on white. But you can see these two are black and white. This is color on a medium. So you just want to show the variations, but you're exploring color for logo number 1.
Okay.
Okay, so you're not, I mean, right now it's black and white. It is a full color, no limit logo project. So she wants it to be different than anything that exists, and she pointedly said one of the most common ones is black and white,
right?
Really flashy, colorful label or accent. And so I know she does not just want that. She doesn't want that.
I guess I'm confused because like the gray, like the 2 gray colors behind these logos, right? Would that be like what the packaging colors would be? I guess I'm trying.
It could be. I mean, this is just a medium gray. This is supposedly a black, but it is kind of grayish. This is why
I'm trying to think if like the colors that I'm including in the full color logo, the first one, is that all the colors that are going to be in the packaging design? Or
no, not necessarily. So when you're choosing like this color background, you could choose a different color.
Okay, so are we going to be doing that later, or
you will be working on?
Are we not going that deep into that?
I would hope that when you're getting into your let's see what's next. The pattern. Let me look real quick. Patterns. Yeah. Next is your patterns. You're finalizing your logos in color. So this is your first proposal, and this is what Lane is going to see. So don't show what she doesn't want to see. And then, let's see. So this is for week 4. Week 5, signature pattern, and that's based on the logo and whatever accompanying things you have. Lesson 6, finalize the logos. So after you submit these, Lane is going to give her feedback to me. I'm going to give the feedback as well. We're going to consolidate that. You'll get that back. So any adjustments that need to be made, you can make them there. But I wanted to give her as much information as possible. So type, color, and logo pretty much finalized so that she can make some good feedback. Because if something needs to change, it really needs to change at this point before you go further.
Right.
So she said she would get that feedback to me very quickly. So that's where this comes in.
In the color variations, if you have like a 4-color palette, would each variation use each color, or can you like there's some logos that use only 2 colors or 1 color. Is that acceptable, or?
That's fine. That's fine. You just need to make sure that it's readable on black, on a medium color. Notice that this is white. This is white. This is white on an accent color. This is grayscale or black and white here on white. This is the color on a medium. This is white, like reverse. So you just want to show the flexibility of your logo design, how it can be shown. But yes, if you only have 2 or 3 colors in the logo, then you could choose maybe a thought about a background color or packaging here. Don't add any textures or patterns or anything to it. We want to keep it just, here's how it would look on a medium color. Here's so let me share.
Also, we only using that RGB color, CMYK color, right?
Yes. That was my suggestion since we're full color with this. You could use spot color if you needed to, but it is much easier to take a full color logo and then get it back down to a spot color. But that was one of the first questions I asked her is how many colors? And she said unlimited. I was like, okay.
I saw like I think in the I guess the whatever the current branding they have that teal or they highlight that teal color.
Uh-huh.
Is that something? Are we like? Is
They
it
don't want to hold on to anything.
okay?
So anything that exists, she wants something that has never existed before. So definitely, I wouldn't go to what they have now at all.
Okay.
Okay. This is a multi-page PDF file, the 129 pages. But I just wanted to show this to you. I am in the page thumbnails area, and you get there from View, Show, Hide, Navigation Panes, Page Thumbnails. And I am in Adobe Acrobat Pro DC. But all the versions of Acrobat Pro have this feature where you can click on a page and move it. So when you export or save that 16-page PDF and you look at that file, please look at that file. Make sure your pages are in the correct order and know that you have total control over that because you can do it here. So don't have logo 1, logo 2, logo 3, logo 1, logo 4, logo 2, all the ones together, all the 2s, all the 3s, all the 4s. Okay? So that's how you do. You just drag and drop. And if you had, 2 PDF files, you could drag from thumbnails from one file into another. That's something I do all the time. So. And we're back. So I'm just double checking my directions here. Follow the example. So you're following this example for the presentation. I did not label these or say you had to do it exactly this way. But we need to demonstrate the flexibility of your logo design and how it can be taken from full color to white, to black on white, to color on a medium. We just need to be able to show that it can be used in a variety of instances and different backgrounds.
Okay.
So are there any other questions?
So the 4 logos have 4 color variations.
Yes.
So each color variation will have a sheet.
Yes.
That has these 4 variations. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So once you build whatever those backgrounds are, you can just easily copy them over to the other sheets. I didn't think about this bottom part being the duplicates, since we're only requiring you to do 4 type pairings, but you just at least have to have 4 type pairings for each logo.
Okay.
Not necessarily each color variation.
Right, not 16.
So if these are duplicated on all the ones, that's fine.
We can use the same typeface, but just different color each logo, right? If you want. Or do we have to choose each logo in different typeface?
If the logo has type with it, the type is set. It is not going to change. Mm-hmm. But the type pairings that you're suggesting, you'll have 4 unique ones for this logo. Logo number 2 may require different styles of type. Okay. So all these 4, I would hope they would not work for all 4 of your logos because they should be more different and unique. Okay.
Okay.
Wake up, Katie.
So basically it's a judgment call on the font, the type pairings throughout the different color variations as to if we feel that the type pairings
I don't want to see the same four for all four.
for all four, yeah, exactly.
But, you know, so there should be some changes in there because you don't want it generic either. So,
but I mean, if two of them have the same one, I mean, if there is some,
if it makes sense, then that's fine. I've got about 8 minutes left. So ask me questions if you have anything.
I have another question. Like in your logo, if you design your own typographic like letters as your logo,
yes,
then we just use that, right, as a logo, and then you just look for the other option for typeface underneath. So what goes well with it?
yes.
Okay.
So that's what they mean by type pairings. You're not going to change the logo at this stage. This is just showing presentation of color. This, having the little logo here, shows what it looks like with the suggested type. And I've got one type style for a headline, and I've got another style for body copy. But I identify the typefaces here so it's easy to see, you know, what is that? And you're welcome to just change the typeface that I've got here. It's in the template. You don't have to go crazy with the styling. It's proposing, you know, the typeface that would go with it. And you've got to understand why. Why would it go with it? This goes with this because it has a similar weight. And it's, you can see it's more wide. This is a rounded typeface that goes with this rounded text used in AppSheet. Then I went very contrasting and chose a serif font that has a smaller X height that contrasted with this. So, you know, refresh your memory about pairing typefaces together in general and the importance of contrast and when you do that. Because I wouldn't choose a typeface like Arial Rounded is very close to this. So it's not like there's not a lot of contrast here. I want contrast though. If I was shooting for something that's exactly this, but I don't know what typeface this is and didn't know it off the top of my head. So I'm trying to achieve some contrast, especially between headline and body copy. Okay. I hope this has helped. Okay. If you guys have any more questions, please post to student help so that we all get them. And if someone's up later than me, likely, then they can maybe answer it.
We'll pass the word along to anybody that wasn't on.
Well, this is being recorded, so I will post it tonight.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Well, thank you very much. I don't want us to get cut off. Is there any quick question left or anything? No? You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you online.